So how can we shift our cultural mindset from one of hustle and productivity at all costs to one that values rest, connection, and meaning in our lives? In today's fast-paced and hyper-connected world, the idea of slowing down can seem counterintuitive and even impractical. However, there is a cultural shift on the horizon for us to embrace a slower, more mindful, and intentional way of living, which is why I embrace slow living. And today we're going to talk about this concept and go over some simple habits that we can incorporate to be able to maintain balance in our busy lives. And first off, let's talk about what is slow living. At its core, the slow movement or slow living, it's about embracing a more intentional and meaningful approach to life. And it focuses on quality over quantity, simplicity over complexity, and presence over distraction. And by adopting these principles of slow living, we can reduce our stress and anxiety, improve our overall well-being, and just be better contributors to society. And slow living also helps us promote deeper connection with others. It gives us a moment to think where we can foster creativity and innovation. And additionally, it offers us opportunity to be able to just reflect and think about our life and purpose. And here are some simple principles from the slow movement that you can use in your life. Tip number 1, practice mindfulness. Take a few minutes of your day just to breathe, focus on the moment, and just be here in the now. Now for myself, I can tell you I take the morning just for me. The day is always occupied and I have many people that are pulling for my attention. So I use a simple morning routine just as my way to get in tune with myself and also just basically fine-tune the mechanics of the body as I head into the day. Tip number 2, disconnect from technology. We are so connected in our digital world that we need basically a sabbatical from it. So give yourself an hour or two a day to where you're disconnected. And there are many opportunities for that. So if you're looking for options to be able to focus and get back some time for you, whether this be for your personal time or for your professional work hours, then check out this video here where we just go into some opportunities that we can incorporate in our life to be able to just focus and get back time for ourselves. Tip number 3, engage in slow activities. Take part in activities that require attention to details. By us focusing in that, we're able to basically be, as we talked about earlier, be in the moment and focus on now. There are many things we can do. We can be cooking, gardening, crafting, just creating, anything in that point to where we're just focusing on the here and now. For me, I like to use my moments of either reading or sketching because at that point I'm away from the digital technology and I'm just focused on what I'm doing in that moment. Tip number 4, spend time in nature. Just get outside, take a walk in the park, just be one with the natural world and get away from our day-to-day busyness. And I can tell you that this one is critical because we are creatures of nature and we were not designed to be stuck indoors all day. So get out there, walk around your community. You never know, you may have a funny story that you can actually tell back to your family and friends later. Tip number 5, practice gratitude. Take time every day to be able to reflect on things that you're grateful for. Additionally, it's always a positive thing also to give gratitude to others who are in your life. And I find for myself that writing a short little excerpt each day, whether that's in the morning or evening, just of how the day has gone, it's a good way for me to be able to express and then be in that moment and just acknowledge what has happened. And that's whether it's good or bad. I think it's just good for us to let our thoughts get out there. Tip number 6, cultivate meaningful relationships. This one may be obvious, but I think it is critical for us all to be able to cultivate and build up our relationships. I find as we get older, it's a bit more challenging and it does take effort. It's not like when we were kids and you would just go out and see if your neighbor was there and just go over to hang out. It does take time and effort, but it is important. And additionally, we should prioritize face-to-face interaction over our virtual ones. Right now, it's April of 2023. We just came from a shutdown to where we were all restricted from being able to see each other. So for myself, I like to use this opportunity to stay connected with others because it is something that I am grateful for. And tip number 7, simplify your life. Look to reduce the clutter in your life and only hold on to the things that really matter to you. Now, I'm not suggesting that you become a minimalist. However, we do need to understand that too much of a good thing is not good for us. And I have personally found that by decluttering part of my physical space in my home or office, it's actually alleviated opportunity for my mental capacity. So it's much simpler to be able to make decisions and just carry on through my day. And our last tip is to practice self-care. Take time each day to be able to care for your physical, mental, and just overall well-being. It is important that we make time to be able to incorporate physical activities like exercise, meditation, or just general relaxing time. And remember, we only get one mind and body, so take care of it. Even the great Warren Buffett acknowledges, the most important investment you can make is in yourself. And with that in mind, incorporate these habits into your daily life so you can generate a better sense of mindfulness and connection with yourself and others. And let's simply enjoy a more meaningful and fulfilling life. And ultimately, I would like you all just to take away this idea that faster and more is better. It's just a backward ways of thinking, which is why I advocate for slow living in our life, as it does encourage us to focus on quality over quantity, intention over speed, and connection over isolation. So let's embrace a more mindful and intentional way of living. It's just better for ourselves and the world around us. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the discussion today, and I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. As usual, thanks again for coming. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.